I have talked before about which retro tracks should return in the next Mario Kart game, and now I want to talk about mechanics. And this is more of an exercise in game design than in predictions, so... Ha! I clicked your bait. Well, I do think my choices here are fairly likely, but perhaps not the most likely outcome. Anyway, let's do this. First, moment-to-moment gameplay. The Mario Kart core formula is pretty darn solid, so I want it to stay essentially the same as in Mario Kart 8. The overall vision here is to simply have a solid Mario Kart game. I would have gliders, underwater driving, and anti-gravity return, but they won't be as prevalent as they were in 7 and 8. Only a handful of tracks that best fit the mechanics will have each of them. Next, racers get 2 item slots and can switch between them. Essentially everyone wants that at this point. However, I'm cutting double item boxes as they can be a large and sudden advantage, especially to race leaders who get first pick of any set of boxes. Additionally, since getting your item box stolen is a big feels bad moment, I'll have them respawn immediately. This is how they work in Mario Kart Tour, and it feels really good to not have to worry about whether you can get an item or not. Some Mario Kart games are more punishing than others. In Wii, when you fall off the track, you basically lose the race right then and there. Blue shells, bombs, and being hit with stars are almost as bad. Mario Kart 8, though, is not nearly as rough. I think it went a bit too far in that direction. I'll have Lakitu be a bit slower to catch you when you fall. This will also allow for more shortcuts being possible. And I'll make blue shells stun you for a little bit longer, to prevent the front runner from running away with the race. This is still a happy medium between the two games, but perhaps a little bit closer to 8 than to Wii. One thing I want to prioritize in this game is how quickly a casual or new player can jump into a game, and one thing that this means is removing kart customization. You get to pick your kart and that's it. The gliders and wheels are decided by that choice. This means that instead of scrolling through several pickers, you can see all of your kart options on the screen at the same time. Additionally, this means that karts can have unique things like having treads instead of wheels, or having helicopter blades instead of a glider or whatnot. Also, karts with customized wheels just look dumb. I get that the art style is supposed to be cartoony, but I just don't want to look like an idiot, which is what you look like when you're driving your normal kart with cushions or buttons for wheels, or heaven forbid, those stupid roller tires. Bonus thing, not really a mechanic, but basically every character or costume has a color palette associated with them, and every vehicle changes color to match that palette. I think color coordination will look so much better than in Mario Kart 8, where less than a quarter change to match your character. Another aspect that increases the time it takes to jump into a new game is analysis paralysis. For characters, you can just pick whoever speaks to you at that moment. With vehicles, though, the gameplay is the most important difference between them. And if you have over 40 vehicles available, that'll take forever. My solution to this comes from Mario Kart Wii and Double Dash. Have karts be locked to certain weight classes. Besides the standard kart and bike, every vehicle will only be available to either small, medium, or large characters. This allows for a wide variety of vehicles, leading to a variety of playstyles, while still making the choice of what combo you use into a fairly quick one for new players. Let's talk modes. The standards here are Versus, Time Trial, and Grand Prix. I was so glad that Mario Kart 8 had multiplayer Grand Prix, and so this game will have Grand Prix and Time Trial both playable in split-screen multiplayer. That way you can unlock new stuff without needing to take turns like my brothers and I did in Mario Kart Wii growing up. Versus mode will have all your standard options, 50 to 200cc, CPU difficulty, number of races, as well as number of racers, which items to use, no teams, 2 teams, or 4 teams all being options. Now for some new modes. First is the elimination race. After the first lap, whichever racer is in last place at the end of each lap is eliminated until only one remains. The default for this mode is 8 racers, so there will be 8 laps before a winner is determined, and this mode is not available for 1-lap tracks. Next is Combo Attack, which, okay, maybe this one isn't new. Instead, this is the default mode for Mario Kart Tour. When you collect coins, do tricks and mini-turbos, hit opponents with items, etc, you get points. If you can do lots of these in a row, you start a combo, which is worth even more points. There are tons of points for finishing in first, so that's still pretty important. Your high score on each track is saved. The differences from Tour are that your choice of character or kart doesn't give points, and that you only get the normal amount of items from boxes. The last original mode is Challenge Mode. Unfortunately, it does have to be single player only. In some ways, Challenge Mode is a bit like Mission Mode from Mario Kart DS, except it's actually fun. Yeah, I said it. Come at me, DS fans. The problem with Mission Mode is that core Mario Kart is fun, but doing a bunch of random crap in the Mario Kart engine is not. And this is even more true in Mario Kart Tour's missions, where the engine isn't even that great and the missions are super easy. Only the boss fights were good, and Tour didn't really have those. Anyway, the difference for Challenge Mode is that the challenges are all races from existing modes, but with unique variants on them, like doing the course in reverse, having a unique spread of items, or messing with the number of racers. As for the boss fights, these are all done in Battle Mode, with similar types of variants. Speaking of Battle Mode, this is honestly not the video to talk about it. Subscribe to the channel so you can catch my Battle Mode video and other quality videos when they come out. Finally, as for how online works, you'll be able to play worldwide in 150 and 200cc races. There will also be worldwide elimination races, and players can set up rooms to play online with friends in any multiplayer mode. Now, it is time to chat about items. Items are one of the most defining aspects of any Mario Kart's gameplay. So, present in this game are the red and green shells, mushrooms, bananas, triple mushrooms and bananas, bob-omb stars, bullet bills, lightning, blue shells, super horns, and coins. Most of those are mainstays. The super horn is pretty fun, makes blue shells less punishing. It's really satisfying to honk away your opponents and speed past them. Coins are a solid mechanic in my opinion. Being on the track means you're incentivized to take different lines. I'll have them respawn somewhat quickly so as to not give first place too much of an advantage. Having them appear in item boxes can be annoying, but there needs to be some kind of item that makes first place vulnerable to red shells. Fake item boxes could do that, but they don't do a good job of imitating real item boxes, and they're too similar to bananas otherwise. So coins it is. I will have them be less common than in Mario Kart 8 though. One notable omission here is the blooper, and that is because the blooper is a terrible, awful item. Up there with the thundercloud, honestly. Since it blocks your screen, it hurts new players and does nothing to people with track knowledge. The whole point of items is that they help out players with less skill. Goodness. And it always sucks to get the blooper if you're playing with skilled people because it's completely useless. You thought you were getting a good item out of that box, but no, blooper instead. So good riddance. Of course, that isn't the only notable item I haven't mentioned, and that's because I'm bringing back a fan favorite mechanic from Double Dash and Tour, character-specific items. Honestly, I kinda waffled on including this because I want you to be able to play as your favorite character without being locked into a playstyle you don't like. I especially don't want a meta of only one viable character to develop. But having unique items is pretty cool, and it gives more strategic options. So, which special items are there? First up, some of the classics. The triple shells, giant banana, egg, golden mushroom, and Bowser shell all return from Double Dash, working basically the same. Some previously common items have become special now. The mega mushroom, the fire and boomerang flowers, the piranha plant, and the super leaf all show up for certain characters. Note that the fire flower here works more like the fireball from Double Dash or like the fire flower from Tour, and that it fires a spread of fireballs instead of just spamming them forward. Speaking of Tour, that game had some original special items that I really want to bring back. The dash ring throws a couple of temporary rings forward that offer a boost to anyone who drives through them. The ice flower fires ice projectiles that when they hit you, disable your steering and make you slide forward for a bit. That could be great for sniping people and making them fall off or bump into hazards. The bomb cannon gives your cart a cannon on the front that regularly fires bob-ombs forward for a time and could blast several enemies. And the banana barrels work about the same like that, but for bananas. Finally, there are some original items. The propeller mushroom works somewhat like the feather, but after it boosts you into the air, it deploys your glider, which could let you avoid other people's items or do shortcuts. I want every cup in the game to correspond to an item you can use. The mushroom, star, shell, banana, and lightning are all common items. The fire flower and super leaf are all special items. The last new item is the special crown. This item will make your character sparkle with a crown on your head for a fairly long duration, during which all of your stats are maxed out. You can have speed like the fastest combos in the game while bumping your opponents aside and drifting super tight. Think the Platinum Runner mod from Wii if you've seen that before. That's all for now. I think these tweaks and modes could make for a really cool Mario Kart game. Up next in this series, I'll cover characters, nitro tracks, and battle mode. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss those.